Hello everyone, it's Lindsay. Today I am back with another skincare review. This time I'm going to be reviewing products from the brand La Roche-Posay. This video is not sponsored. I purchased all of these products with my own money. I've just been very curious to try out La Roche-Posay. I will give a really quick history lesson first because I feel like this stuff is always very interesting to learn more about the brand. It kind of dates back to the 14th century where I guess the legend has it, and I don't speak French at all, so I apologize if I butcher some names or some words. In the 14th century, this chevalier came to the town La Roche-Posay on a horse that has eczema. He stopped at a spring to get some water, and basically his horse that has eczema kind of hopped into the water and came out cured. So after that, throughout time, they have really studied this thermal spring water because they've noticed that it does help with skin concerns. Now fast forward to 1975, the brand La Roche-Posay was started by a French pharmacist, and their key ingredient that they use is this thermal spring water. And their mission is to create products that can be used and recommended by dermatologists to their patients. So they have different lines that are geared towards different skin concerns. Now I noticed about 5 different skincare lines that are geared towards different skin concerns. The first one, and I apologize, this is where the French comes in, and I apologize for how I pronounce this, but they had the Tolerian line that is geared towards sensitive skin. They have the Lipicar line that is geared towards acne prone / oily skin. They have the Amphilios line, which is more of like the sunscreen, sun care type of products. The Hydrophase line, which is more for dry skin. And they also had like anti-aging products as well. It was interesting learning these terms because I didn't really research the company before I purchased the products. I was just kind of in like Target and I wanted to try out La Roche-Posay, so I just kind of picked and choose. I did notice that they had multiple lines, but I didn't know exactly what they were geared towards. So the way that I purchased the products were by like the uses of them. They just sounded good to me. So I do have products from like a few of their different skincare lines. For the price points, I would say this is more in the middle of like inexpensive drugstore products and higher end skincare. It's not as expensive as Kiehl's, which is more on like the lower end of the spectrum for expensive skincare products, but it's not as cheap as like other drugstore brands. It's kind of just right in the middle. So we're gonna get right into it. So my first product is the Amphilios Clear Skin 60 SPF Sunscreen. This is 1.7 fluid ounces and it's $19.99. So for the sunscreen, I did like the sunscreen. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. My face didn't feel greasy after applying it. Sometimes I feel like with sunscreens, your face kind of feels greasy for a little bit and then it'll eventually like sink into your skin, and I felt like with this one, this did dry quickly. This is the Dry Touch Sunscreen, and it didn't really leave like a white cast on my face. This also didn't break me out, which is always a good thing for me, and I felt like it protected my face pretty well. I didn't really get sunburnt. I have been out in the sun so much throughout July, and I have been using this every single day. Next product is the Effaclar Cleansing Towelettes. This is $9.99 for a 25 count, and I gotta say that this is probably one of my favorite cleansing wipes. Felt like these wipes had a good balance of being like really soft and tough so that it wasn't uncomfortable to use on my face, but it was also tough where it did help kind of like exfoliate and get some of the makeup off. These wipes also didn't sting my face, which is a problem that I run into with makeup wipes sometimes. I feel like when I use it, it kind of feels like it's burning my face, which is never a good thing, and the ones that don't really do that to my face are the simple ones and this one. Also didn't sting my face when I use them, which is a problem that I run into sometimes when using makeup wipes. I feel like after I use them, my face feels like it's kind of burning, which is never a good thing. So the ones that don't really do that to my face are these ones, and also the simple makeup removing wipes, which is what I normally use. Unfortunately, this is a little bit more expensive, but I think I like this one more than the simple ones just because it feels like the Towelettes are a little bit more softer, so they are nicer to use. I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this though in the future, just because I don't really use like makeup removing wipes to remove my makeup. I just end up using like what is it? Micellar water. But if you are on the hunt to try a new makeup removing wipes, then I would recommend this. Next is a face wash, and I have the Tullerian Purifying Foaming Cleanser. And this is just supposed to cleanse the skin of dirt, makeup, and impurities, all while keeping your face hydrated. And overall, I thought that this was a good basic face wash. I would use it at night only, and I felt like it did a good job at like removing my makeup, helped make it feel a lot cleaner, and it didn't dry out my face. This cleanser didn't really like wow me. I did feel like it worked pretty well. It's better than like some of the cheaper drugstore face washes that I have used, because I feel like those kind of dry out my skin, and I'm definitely open to trying out like more inexpensive drugstore the skincare products, but that's something that I noticed with a lot of like the drugstore face washes that I use. And this one didn't really do that, but it is more inexpensive than like the high-end stuff. Next is a moisturizer, and I use the Tolerian Double Repair Face Moisturizer. I feel like I've said Tolerian in like 5 different ways. This is $19.99 for 2.5 fluid ounces. This is supposed to have a lightweight formula, and it's supposed to keep your face hydrated for up to 48 hours. This kind of reminded me of the Kiehl's 24-hour moisturizer that I normally use. I felt like it kept my face pretty hydrated throughout the day. It didn't make my face feel as greasy. I felt like it soaked into my skin quickly, and it didn't break me out. I've tried more like inexpensive drugstore moisturizers, and I felt like those weren't as hydrating, and I felt like this did a good job at hydrating my face. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this will work in the winter. I definitely want to try this out in the winter time to see if it will still keep my face very hydrated, but so far I really love this moisturizer. I've tried out more inexpensive drugstore moisturizers, and I always felt that like they didn't keep my face as hydrated, and I felt like this did a really good job at hydrating my skin. Unfortunately, it is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I feel like it gets the job done. And nothing against like drugstore skincare products, I just feel like in my past, the ones that I have used have always like dried out my face or didn't hydrate my face enough, but I'm definitely really open to trying out more to see if my mind will change. So I gotta say that like as of now, this is probably one of my favorite moisturizers, just because I feel like it works and it's not as expensive. Next is a lip balm, and I use the Nutritic Lip Balm. All of the products I got from Target, this one I actually got on Amazon. I didn't see it in store. Okay, this is $15.99 for 0.15 fluid ounces. So this formula is not supposed to be greasy, and it's supposed to keep your lips feeling soft, hydrated, and smooth. Now earlier I was saying that I've had kind of like issues with the more inexpensive drugstore skincare because I felt like it didn't really work well for me. And I kind of have something against like the more high-end expensive lip balms, because I feel like they're expensive and they just don't really work well for me. Formula was hydrating, but it didn't last as long on my lips. It's not really a lip balm that I would wear before bed because I don't think my lips would be as hydrated throughout the night. It's not really my favorite lip balm. I would choose the Vaseline or the Burt's Bees Overnight Intensive lip balms over this one instead. Next, I have the Lipicar Eczema Soothing Relief Cream. This is $14.99 for 6.76 fluid ounces, and this is supposed to hydrate and help relieve itchy and dry skin. And this is probably my second favorite product because my skin throughout the whole summertime has been so dry. The soaps that I have been using has been drying out my skin so badly, and then the lotions that I was using wasn't hydrating enough. So it left my legs feeling very dry and irritated, and they eventually started to scab because it was itchy and I was scratching it so much. And after I started using this helped heal my legs. So if you guys are experiencing dry skin, I would recommend trying this one out. And last but not least, the product I'm going to talk about is the Thermal Spring Water. This is $12.99 for 5 fluid ounces, and this is supposed to soothe and protect your skin. Honestly, before I bought this product, I had no idea like what this was really used for or considered. Like, I wasn't sure if it was a toner, and it's really interesting after reading the history because this is like the holy grail product. This is their key ingredient in a spray can. Honestly, like, I'm not sure if this product did anything for my face. I didn't really notice a big difference to my skin. However, this was really nice, relaxing, and soothing to use. I would use this in the morning and in the evening before I would put serum on my face, and it was just a really nice product to use. I just wasn't sure if I noticed a difference. And in the future, I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing it. I don't think it's a bad product. I just feel like it didn't really work for me as well. So that was it for all the products that I tried from this brand. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. If you were interested in trying from La Roche-Posay, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if there are any other like skincare products from this line or from different brands, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!